Alright, welcome back, guys. This is ZYUH, artist, musician, wannabe actor, wannabe everything. This is going to be episode. So we're coming back again. I'm going to do this so I can hear myself a little bit better. We're going to be doing this episode here. This is going to be episode, I believe, episode 13 is what I've written, but I want to see if that's actually correct. I'm just going to go to my YouTube channel here and kind of check it out. Minimize it so I can dual screen it like this. So this is Philosophies for Life. Okay, guys, Philosophies for Life. We've been doing this for some time now. I am back at it again with another video. Let's see here, playlists. Let's see, I'm going to go to Philosophies. My philosophy vlog. I'm going to pause it because it's going to start playing. Okay, just so I can get the episode. Episode 13. This is episode 13. If we've done this correctly, episode 1 had 3 parts. Episode 2, 5 kinds of people. Episode 3, productivity lessons. Episode 4 was how to set goals. Number 5 was money can buy you happiness. But Episode 6 was the symbols with religion, spiritual, and after death, eternity themes. Episode 7 was the Eucharist episode. Excuse me here. I have this thing on my lip, and it's kind of bleeding. So episode 6, symbols, religion, spiritual, after death, eternity. Episode 7 was after watching this movie on the Eucharist, and then I felt that I needed to do a video, or talk it out at least. Episode 8 was a vlog update. Episode 9, how to set goals and achieve them again, but this time being a 2023 episode, as opposed to being back in the day. I think it was like 2020 or something. 2021, 2022. Maybe I just did that one a year after. Going into episode 10, it had 3 parts. Want to get rich? Watch this. That was an interesting video. Episode 11 was life isn't perfect, and here is why. And then the last episode 12, you get 86,400 seconds daily. I believe that's just an audio. Could be a visual. I'm not sure. So this is episode 13. Okay, this is episode 13. This is Marcus Aurelius. How to be successful. The stoicism aspect of it all. 10 important insights for success. 10 important insights for success. Number 1, focus on giving value. And that could tap into small tasks and big tasks. Putting an emphasis on every single task, despite the smallness of the task, if that makes sense. Taking out the trash, picking up things around the house, picking somebody up, driving them to the airport. It's kind of a big task. Kind of goes out of your way a little bit. Even to broader tasks like getting groceries, having to mow someone's lawn, and I'm just thinking of things that are relative to my life and how I associate them or put them on a certain pedestal or certain ranking. This is a big task. And despite it being a big task as opposed to being a small task, I still give it the same amount of value and justice it deserves. Meaning that I'm not going to wish away or wash away or dilly-dally or kind of kick the rocks kind of thing. Kind of give it the half-ass attitude, despite it being a small task. See, no matter what you're doing in life, no matter how big or how small, we're giving it the absolute value it deserves everything that you feel it needs for it to be seen for what it is. Whether that's giving your cat some food, doing the litter box, taking out the trash, like I said, um, going to get new tires, um, you're going to give it the same exact attention as you would a small task. And I know, okay, washing the dishes, it's not that big of a deal, but for some people it is. Um, Despite your condition or how you foresee the task, you're going to tackle the dishes the same way you would anything else you would give importance to. Just because those dishes in front of you aren't as important to you does not mean that you should, in a sense, disrespect them or kind of just clink your way through them, meaning just doing them quickly or not giving them the attention the dishes deserve, right? Even though they're extremely materialistic and very, they're just objects in front of you. There's not so much of a connection, but there is a connection. That's the thing. These are the plates that you eat off of. These are the utensils you use to eat. These are the cups that you use to drink. So they add value to your life. They add some kind of order to your life. So why not give them the respect that they deserve when washing them? And it really is that thought provocative, right? We're really trying to understand that the things that you interact with and the things that you hold in your hand actually have value, despite the smallness, despite the far-fetchedness, right? How far-fetched they are, how minuscule they are to you, how what's the word I'm looking for? They don't grab your attention so much, making your bed. But in reality, it does make a big difference when you do make your bed in the morning, right? My bed's not made, obviously, and it would make a difference if it were made, right? I would feel like, oh, coming home to a bed that's made as opposed to a bed that's unmade. And it really is that simple and that focused when it comes to day-to-day tasks. So we're trying to focus on giving value to our tasks, giving value to the things that we do, right? No matter how big or how small they appear to be. Number 2, narrowing in your focus, right? I feel like this part is going to be about, I feel like this episode's going to be about 3 parts, where I'm just talking about the 10 important insights. Instead of actually diving into them, we'll probably get into that on the next video. Right now I'm just going through the list of the 10 different insights that will provide you some kind of insight, right? Some kind of insight for success. The ability to find freedom in your future. The ability to showcase yourself in a way that says, I am able to take up space and find value and narrow in my focus on the things that I'm doing, despite the distractions that come my way, despite the abrasiveness of other people or their judgment or the way that they perceive you. Get the job done, no matter what's in front of you. Narrow in your focus. Really put things off to the side if they are not of importance. At that moment, everything will come into place, or everything will come to fruition. Everything will call for attention or need attention eventually. But when you give it attention too early or too late, that is when it's not wanted, right? Just like a person, just like a relationship. If you miss your mark, you missed the mark. You were supposed to be paying attention. It's too late now. Don't be paying attention to me now. You should have been paying attention to me when I was calling out to you. Just like the dishes, just like the trash can, just like the kitty litter box, just like the tires on your wheel that need to be fixed. These things are calling for your attention, and you need to give them the attention that they deserve before it's too late, Because when it's too late, that is when the consequences happen. That is when the outside comes into play and say, this is the consequence. This is the reason why. This is the reason why you have to pay that penalty, pay that fine, because you didn't give it attention when it was needed. And that is what that's growing up. That's really realizing that as an adult, as you get older, there are things that are in front of you that need attention, no matter how small they are, no matter how big they are. Give them the attention that they need. Narrow in that focus. Forget about the pleasures in life for a little bit. Forget about the things that you want to do as opposed to the things that you need to do. Do the things that you need to do to move forward. Don't do the things that you want to do to stay stagnant and fall behind. You want to play that video game. You want to ride your scooter. You want to ride your hotshot car down the highway. You want to give these things attention. You want to be there. But that's not going to get you anywhere. You need to do the things that you need to do to move forward. And if you don't give that attention to those tasks, then you fall behind. You are stagnant. You're like a stick in the mud, not moving anywhere. You're just there. You're just enjoying the stuckness, the tar, pit, trap that you've dealt yourself in. Pick yourself up. Put yourself in a position where you say you can do this, that you prioritize certain tasks in your life to move forward. And if you don't, that's your own damn fault. There's no one else to blame but yourself. And if you're pointing fingers left and right saying it's because of you I'm here, then again you're putting yourself even farther into that trap. Take accountability. Take ownership of your fault. You're not lonely. You're not unable. You're not inadequate. You're telling yourself these things to make yourself justified. You're telling yourself these things to make yourself feel like it's okay to act this way. But when there's other people in your life that are dependent on you, narrow in that focus. That allows you to open up into a world that taps into a reality that isn't yours. It's someone else's for a chance. You say, gosh darn it, this isn't my life, but it is my life for the time being. Because there's certain responsibilities that need to be attended to. And it's up to me to do those things. Whether that's a relationship, a job, a career, an expectation of you from school, it's no longer your reality. Your reality has shifted. It has shifted into something or someone else's reality. And that's the beauty of living. That's the beauty of taking a risk and actually living in a life that's adventurous, that's unknown, that's been untapped, that's risky. Every day will challenge you, and every day should challenge you. And if it doesn't, then you're stuck in the mud. Number 3, set your discipline in stone. And when we set our discipline in stone, we tell ourselves that this is our reality. This is what we have to be. This is how we move forward. This is how we actually grow as an individual. We put ourselves in positions every day, and sometimes those positions stay stagnant, like I say, stick in the mud, and we're just this thing over and over and over again. And it's impossible to get out of. We say it's impossible to get out of. But when we set our disciplines in stone, whether that's going to the gym every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, whether that's doing a certain task every other day, we're expected to perform a certain way. When we put up those boundaries and responsibilities in front of us, when we foresee our future, when we put our future ahead of us, just so much that we know this is how I'm supposed to be acting. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. This is what I'm supposed to be saying. It goes to the point to vocalization. I'm going to work. I'm not going to be saying these things. I'm going to be saying these things. I'm going to school. I'm going to be listening like this and not listening like this. I'm going to a party and there's going to be a bunch of people I don't like, but I'm going there because I'm supporting someone, or I'm there for moral support. I'm going to act this way instead of this way. Okay? When we have discipline in our life, when we tell ourselves that we need to act accordingly, in the realities of our and our ability to just foresee our future unfold before us. When we're in a position where we don't know what the outcome is, but we do have control over the outcome of what we say and what we do. We only control what we say and what we do. So we have control over that. We have control over that reality. We don't have control over other people's reactions. Because it's what you said and what you did, foretold or showed, or it's coming into fruition, that this is happening because of what you said and what you did. That should tell you something. Act accordingly. Act appropriately. Act how you're supposed to act in every single situation. And with this, you're going to be focused on giving value in every single choice that you do. You'll be able to narrow in on that focus and be able to act a certain way depending on the situation that you're in. And you're able to set up that discipline and be able to put up those boundaries and say, hey, maybe not this time, maybe next time. I'm not going to say this, or I'm not going to jump into this or chime into this, but maybe next time. Just not right now. Number 4 is accepting the sacrifices. Again, these are 10 important insights for success. Okay? Number 4 is accepting the sacrifices. Day in day, do we have to accept the sacrifices that come into our lives and say, you know what, maybe not today, but maybe tomorrow. I didn't ask that my cat died, right? I didn't say, oh God, please kill my cat, kind of thing. My cat just passed away recently, and I'm telling myself that that's a sacrifice that I have to swallow. After 13 years of being with her, she's gone. She's gone. She'll never return, except for in spirit. And I still hear her, running around here with the collar and the jingles and the bells and everything, and it brings me patience, it brings me joy, it brings me comfort. But in life, we have to make sacrifices to keep on going. If I were to stop my life because so-and-so died, that's not doing myself any justice. I have to sacrifice. I have to give that away. I have to give that away to keep on going. And they understand that, because they wouldn't want to be in my position saying vice versa, and saying, hey, how about you stop your life so you can be with me? That doesn't make any sense. I wouldn't want somebody else to stop their life because I stopped mine. I would want them to keep on going. And this, I feel my cat is telling me this. Just imagine what I would think of a person dying. Even more so, because we are greater beings than these animals that we partake as pets or as companionships. We are more than the animals that we surround ourselves with. So if I feel that with my cat, it would make sense that I would feel that towards a human being. Accepting the sacrifices, accepting that life is suffering, accepting the sacrifices that come into your life. And say that the sacrifices that you're doing are only going to benefit you more, if not now, but more so in the future. Number 5 is finding the right scene. And this, I could tell you, and I'm sure a lot of people can understand that, when you find the people that you get along with, you'll come to realize that those people have been there the whole time. Just in different forms, just in different beings, different humans, they vocalize the same way, they act the same way. And time again, you're going to interact with people that remind you of your past and be like, you remind me of an old friend that I had. It's because they're operating on the same wavelength as they are. I feel like most human beings operate in different levels. And the only thing that really changes is our face, the certain markings on our face, the way that we exuberate our mannerisms to the public and society, the way that we move ourselves is a little different. But innately, there's this charge or this energy that says, you know what? You're quite similar to so-and-so, to subject A, and subject B is quite similar to subject C, but yet I'm bombarded with subject D that has all three. And I'm being bombarded with this individual that reminds me of subject A, B, and C, but I'm with subject D. And this is just to show you that a lot of people, it's kind of like how there's a twin out there for you, right? Even though you're not a twin, there's somebody out there that talks like you, that acts like you, that looks like you, that is essentially you, but it's not you. It's just a mirror. It's a clone, essentially. It's some weird mechanism where the chances of, there's gotta be somebody out there. And I'm not just talking on planet Earth, I'm talking about the whole freaking universe. The chances of something or someone out there that acts just like you, it's gotta be out there. So, when we find the right scene, it's more like finding the people that are on your wavelength. They're able to channel your energy in a way that coincides with your innocence and your judgment and your ability to portray yourself in such a way. Whether that's in a negative or positive way, they're in tune with what you're charging. They're in tune with what you're exuberating. They're in tune with what you're putting out and showcasing to the world. And in the punk rock scene, you see that a lot. You see people finding their people. And in the gangster scene or what have you, the hip-hop scene, they find people that are similar to you, whether that's the same upbringing as you, or the same taste in music, or the same type of culture, or what have you. Do you find the right scene? You find people that are on your same wavelength. And in these cliques and in these trends and in these groups and pockets of people, so more. And it's so much more than that. It's out there in the universe. And it's finding people, it's finding the energy, it's finding the right scene. Number 6 is ruthlessly protecting your time. I'll say that again. Ruthlessly protecting your time. The ability to protect your sanctuary, the ability to protect your reverence, the ability to put yourself in a position that says, you know what, hold up, let's pump the brakes. Let me just be. Let me just be. I just want to soak up this time. We say time and time, I don't have enough time. Time is going out the window. Time is never there for me. That's because you allow time to take over you. You are in control of the time. You are in control. You are the one with the whip on the horse of time, telling time how and when to go. If you need a break, take a break. Really understand that the more breaks that you take, the happier you'll be, the more in a joyous state you'll be. When you see yourself doing the dishes and you're doing it very rushly, and you're just like, I gotta get this done. Why? Is there an expectation, a time limit? Is there something telling you that you need to get them done at a certain time? Do them a fourth way. Take a break. Watch a show. Come back to them. Nobody is telling you to do them all at the same time. And that's just an example, right? Protect your time. Protect your sanctuary. Protect the ability to stay content in life, because you have the control over time and time does not control you. And if it does, that only means that you just need to be ahead of time. If your job is telling you to get up a certain time, well, get up earlier. What does that have to mean? Well, that means that you have to go to sleep earlier, and that's the sacrifice you have to make to find success in your life. And it'll come if you're mature enough to make those choices and to make those sacrifices and say, well, gosh, I want to stay up till 2, 4, 5 in the morning. Well, let's see how far that gets you. Number 7 is living below your means. Now, again, this is 10 important insights for success. Living below your means allows you to save money, allows you to become more free, allows you to find joy in the things that you have, so you're not overspending, you're not living in a gluttonous state. Number 8 is keeping it simple and just doing your job. And that doesn't need much more explanation. It's just doing your damn job, whatever it may be. Going to that 9 to 5, waiting those tables, bartending those drinks, doing the construction, doing what you need to do. Do your damn job. In Genesis, in the Bible, it says that the men will have to work with the sweat from their brow, and the women will have to experience some excruciating pain during childbirth. Do your damn job. Do your work, whatever that may be. If you're a man, do your work. If you're a woman, have those babies. It's as simple as that. Do your damn work. And that's just coming from a Christian, moral, point of view. But it's relatively the same, both sexes. If you're a man or a woman, despite or in between or outside or whatever have you, do your damn work, whatever it may be. That's it. You want to be successful? Do your damn work. Take up those responsibilities. Pick up the responsibilities that nobody else wants to. The more responsibility that's on your back, the stronger you'll be, and the stronger you'll be able to carry more things. Because it doesn't make sense to tell somebody to carry the world over their shoulders when they don't have any responsibility. But as opposed to somebody who has picked up a lot of responsibility, I would feel more comfortable saying, you don't carry the world on your shoulders. And they'll say something like, sure, that's just another task and responsibility I have to take. What's another task? What's another responsibility? Number 9 is constantly adapting and learning from failure. If this is not the one that's most important, I don't know what is. Is understanding that in life you fail more than you succeed, and the moments that you succeed is not to dwell in the success, but rather understand the failures that led up to that success, and understanding how much you've grown, and appreciated the failures that have put you in a position for that time to grow. And it's not just winning after winning after winning, because barf, that is gross. That doesn't make any sense. Nobody just wins, and if they do, they're cheating. And if you see somebody just winning and winning and winning, it's fraud. It's cheating. It's manipulation. It's half-assing it. It's paying off debts that you owe. It's doing things that you shouldn't have to be doing to find that success. It's living in debt. It's living in some kind of debt. Owing people. That is why they're at the point. That's why they're at the point where they're at. It's because they're cheating. It's because they're not being truthful. Number 10 is living a life centered on principles and not wealth. Not wealth nor rewards or awards, family or power, but rather centered on principles. And it's not how much money you've made. It's not how many successes and awards and rewards that you've given or have gotten. It's not the family that you come from or the family that you produce, nor is it the power that you hold or the power that comes to you, but rather the principles that you hold. Because despite all of that, none of it comes to fruition without the principles that you hold. And it's those principles that you hold dearly and wholeheartedly towards yourself that make you success. And I'll leave this at this. I was in Vacaville, I believe, at a Walmart, and I was reading the 10 steps of success or building a success, not only for Walmart, but just in general. And in those 10 steps, they were saying things like, find an understanding in failure. Start up that damn business despite the judgment that you see. Communicate with your partners. Communicate with the people that you work with. listen to their arguments, listen to their problems. It's being part of community. It's focusing and giving value towards them. It's narrowing in your focus on the public and your workers. It's setting the disciplines in stone not only for yourself but for the workers that you employ. It's accepting the sacrifices that you have to make for them and for yourself. It's finding the right scene. It's finding the right people. It's ruthlessly protecting your time, making sure that every single task is within a time limit, it's within a time frame, and it's being done, it's being chosen, it's being paid attention to. Number 7 is living below your means, making the sacrifices so you do find success. Number 8 is just keeping it simple, just doing your job. Don't do more than what you should be doing. Number 9 is constantly adapting and learning from failure. Again, one of the more important ones. And lastly, number 10 is living a life set on principles, and it's building that business, whatever it may be. Focusing on those principles and making sure that you're aligned within those principles that allows you to see growth and success not only in your lifetime but in future generations as well, as they tap into the realities that you foretold. So with that, I'll end it. This is episode 13, 10 important insights for success, Marcus Aurelius, How to Be Successful, Stoicism point of view, and this is coming from Philosophies of Life, a neighboring YouTube channel that allows you to watch videos within a 5 to 10 minute time frame, as opposed to the way I speak and vocalize myself, and giving you a little bit more lengthy video to watch and enjoy. So the next part, I'll go into more detail into every single insight for success from Marcus Aurelius. All right, thank you and have a good night.